Dieting would be much more simple if we never had to cut out the foods we love. All the going out and eating with friends we miss out on. All the family dinners and gatherings. Trust me, I've been there. So let me give you some practical tips to crush that fear of missing out. Number 1, suck it up. This is gonna be a crazy one. It might hurt your feelings, but just hear me out before you click off the video. This weight loss diet isn't gonna be forever. I went a year avoiding any type of social gathering. I wouldn't go out with friends. I never went to eat out. I would avoid going to family functions where we'd go to restaurants, or I would never order anything. I'd avoid eating anything during Christmas dinners or on Easter or Thanksgiving. It was only once I lost the weight I reintegrated these things back into my life because I knew that I could handle myself. Back then, I did not trust myself enough to be in that situation. If I can go through this, then you could definitely do this as well. It will only be for this one period of your life as you're losing weight. You'll learn how to choose the cleaner foods, and over time you'll be able to reintegrate yourself into these social settings. You knew from the start that weight loss was going to be a little bit hard. This is the hard part. This is what hard feels like. And besides, let's say you don't listen to this advice and you go out to the family gathering, you go to the Christmas dinner, you go out with your friends and eat, and you cheat on your diet. You ruin your week or month of progress because you rebounded. You're just going to resent those people at the end of the day. So why not stay away from them? Maybe get into a little bit of turmoil. It might be a little bit difficult to say, no, I'm not gonna come because I'm dieting. You know, there's a little bit of friction between there, but would you rather resent them for the next year because they ruined your fat loss? Or would you rather go through a little bit of friction by saying no, and then come the next year as the better version of yourself who's gonna be more present and more open to actually engaging in the social interaction and not just obsessing over food and your diet the entire time? Number 2, make healthy versions of foods you love. So you don't actually have to cut out all your favorite foods. You can work around it and just make lower calorie versions of the foods that you like eating. So one thing that I did is, for example, I traded chocolate bars, which I used to eat all the freaking time, for protein bars. Now, are protein bars still healthy? By all means, no. But if you're gonna eat chocolate bars, you might as well have some protein bars. I mean, the micro and macronutrients are still far more superior. So find switches like this that you could make. Something lower calorie and something more nutritious. So instead of having bread, have Rice Crisps. Instead of having chips, have some popcorn. Instead of going out for burgers, make some burgers at home. If you have pizza, eat thin crust pizza. If you want ice cream, eat low calorie protein ice cream, and so on. You can make all these changes. There's a bunch of recipes online, and this is one specifically that I use that made a huge difference in my life. And lastly, number 3, track your calories. Track your calories and incorporate the food into your diet. Now, whether this is just for one off day here and there, or it's for your entire diet, you can just track your calories and incorporate the foods that you aren't allowed to eat into your day and still make sure you hit the deficit. So there would sometimes be days where I know I'm gonna go out with friends and I am in the peak of my diet. I know that I'm gonna eat a burger, so I would skip a meal, maybe something like lunch, so I can leave twice as many calories for going out. I'd go out and I'd make sure I track all my calories, make sure I track the burger, and still stay within my calorie goals. Now, even if you're not gonna go out, and not make an exception for this, still, even if you're home alone, you can track all your calories. A couple of times here and there, you can have like a little treat, maybe have like 300 calories of chocolate, something like that. In that sense, you don't ever have to cut out your favorite foods. You can eat whatever you want and still lose weight. It's like when I knew nothing about dieting and I first figured out about like tracking calories and tracking macros, I literally used to eat cakes and Snickers all day and I was still losing weight. So you never have to cut out your favorite foods, but you are gonna have to take a hit to your hunger and a hit to your health as well. If you want to fast track your weight loss, press the first link in the description. We have a free Skool group with a bunch of courses, videos like this, some unconventional advice. I'm soon gonna make it paid, so if you join now, you'll get a free lifetime membership. If I gave anything of value, please consider subscribing to the channel. It'd really help us out, and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.